Sometimes the true test of a politician is what they try to do when nobody's paying attention. Sit by and watch this episode of Guns and Gadgets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. If it is news related to the constant attack on our Second Amendment rights, the right to keep and bear arms, you want to stay in the know, this is where you'll find it. All you have to do to stay in the loop is hit that subscribe button down below, toggle that bell icon to all notifications, and if you would like to help break the anti-gun YouTube algorithm, smash the thumbs up and share this with as many people as you know. And real quick, if you'd like to help support this channel, down below and on the screen we'll have links to my Patreon. My patron supporters are the infrastructure of this channel. What you see today as we make improvements to the quality or the equipment, it is because of the people who support this channel, and I am humbled and thoroughly grateful for your assistance. Also check out Big Daddy Unlimited. They are a new sponsor here. You can find their link off of my website link, which is the first link down below in the description. Then you can link over to Big Daddy Unlimited because YouTube doesn't like that. But they have everything we like to play with, and a lot of it is in stock right now. Check them out. Link is down below. Let's get into this real quick. So, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, he's a Republican. And I say that because I think people need to understand that right quick. Mike DeWine was elected last year in 2019 as the governor of Ohio. Prior to becoming the governor, he was a U.S. Senator. He was also the Ohio Attorney General and an Ohio State Senator. I believe his first elected office was 1981, if I'm correct. So he's one of those career politician guys, which is exactly what he did here, showed his true colors. So a lot of people think Republicans versus Democrats, Democrats versus Republicans. Republicans are for freedom and for gun rights, and Democrats aren't. Sometimes it's both parties that hate us, right? They hate our likes and our desires and our Second Amendment. And Mike DeWine's one of those. So another thing you should understand real quick is what a lame duck session is for whether it's a state legislature, Congress, a president, a governor, whatever it is the end of their political session. It is the time where some people have been voted out and they're going to have replacements on the new session, or they've reached term limits, or they've retired, whatever. But there's usually not a lot going on unless you're trying to ram stuff through under the cover of night. And that does happen in lame duck sessions, unfortunately. So Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, has called upon his Republicans in the State General Assembly in Ohio to pass a bill called Strong Ohio. I believe it's SB 221. And what the governor says, and he glosses over this bill a lot, is he says that it is a common sense gun reform and it strengthens the penalties that are imposed on violent criminals when they're caught with a firearm. But what he doesn't tell you is that in that bill is also a red flag bill and a universal background check bill. Now, if you're not familiar with those two, you might be living under a rock. But the red flag bill is the single biggest threat to the Second Amendment. It violates all the civil rights we're aware of, and it is an end around where a complaint, a general complaint that isn't verified in law, in a court of law, is used to strip you of your Second Amendment rights with no questions asked. Sometimes you don't even get that right back. And a universal background check, amongst other things, criminalizes the person-to-person sale of firearms. And it also creates a registry. And we all know what happens after registration, confiscation. And criminalizing the person-to-person sale is something that a lot of people, even pro-gun people, latch onto, saying that that's a good thing. My view is, if I legally and lawfully own anything, firearm or pencil, and I'm talking to another American who can legally and lawfully own that same item, I should be able to sell that without the government getting involved. They don't get involved for pencils. Why would they care if I'm doing it for firearms? As long as I'm following my due diligence, right? I mean, look what John Wick did with pencils. So that is what the governor is trying to get the Republicans to force through during this lame duck session. Now, I will tell you, if you live in Ohio, I would caution you to call your reps, and I'll have a link down below so you can figure out who your reps are and how to contact them. I'll make it easy for you. Another thing I'll tell you is that as of right now, December 2nd, as I'm recording this, nobody has chirped up saying that they want to pass it, but I have seen things done like this, and here in Massachusetts, literally on the last day of session, literally in the last couple hours leading up to the end of session in the middle of the night. So keep an eye on them. Just thought I'd give you all a heads up of what's going on behind the scenes in Ohio. If you have found any value out of this video, please hit the thumbs up and share it with everybody you know. Also, please consider subscribing to Guns and Gadgets. This is where you're going to get the news related to the Second Amendment. The comment section down below is usually on fire and on point. It is our growing freedom family, and the more we get the news out, folks, the better off we will be. So please consider jumping in the boat and joining the crew, and share this as well. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.